Hello, welcome to the DCV Club News update for the 21st of November 2017. So this is just really some feedback from Monday night from the social. A few of us were chatting and talking, and like I said, we're going to try and make this regular so that then people know what's going on within the club and get the chance to say what they want to do. So the first thing on the list, as you can see, is membership. So at the minute the great news is that we've got 40 signed up members. The downside of that is that we've got 115 people that have been members and that aren't signed up at the moment. So we really want to push to try and get everybody signed up again. That's fairly easy to do. All you need to do is go along to the website at www.durhamcityvelo.cc and click on the join. If you've been a member before, you'll just need to log back in again. We do that through the British Cycling membership system. If you can't remember your username or your passwords and things like that, there's a facility on there to say you forgot, and it'll resend you that via email, and you can get in there and do it again. The membership is cheap as anything, especially when you compare it to gym membership or anything like that. It's £15 a year for adults and £5 a year for under 16s. And it's £25 a year for family, which is 2 adults and any amount of children living at the same address. So I'm sure you'll agree that's a bargain. So if we can really make a push to get yourself signed back up again, if you're not sure if yours has lapsed or not, then just get in touch, and in the next week or so we will be emailing those of people that membership has lapsed. One thing to remember is that the way our membership works is it's a rolling year. So if you join on the 21st of November, your membership's not due until the 21st of November 2018. So a full year. Some of the people at the social on Monday were asking if we could make it so that all of our membership was due at the same time, so then it was easier for us to be able to kind of administer that. Unfortunately, British Cycling system doesn't actually allow that. It has to be from a year from the date that you join the club. So that's the way we're going to keep on rolling it for now. We are working on a reminder system. That's where everything's fallen down, is that the British Cycling system doesn't actually send out an email reminder that your club membership's due. So we're working on that over the next few weeks to get an email and a text out a few weeks before your membership's due again next year. So the next item on our agenda is British Cycling membership. When you do join the club using the British Cycling system, it offers you the opportunity to become a British Cycling member. You don't have to be, but there is a lot of advantages to that. Most amongst all of that, as things were getting discussed, is the fact that you get third-party liability insurance. So if you had an accident and somebody made a claim against you or something like that, then British Cycling would actually provide legal assistance for that. That's as far as I know. There was lots of conjecture as to what was included in what level and what wasn't, and all that kind of stuff, and what you needed if you wanted a race license and if you didn't. So what I've done is I've emailed British Cycling and asked them for a contact that knows all about it, and if they haven't got the ability to produce a video themselves that explains everything, I'm going to try and record a call or a web meeting, so that then we know exactly where we stand as to what you get in different levels of British Cycling. So next thing on the agenda is Facebook events not showing up. So a couple of people mentioned that they're not seeing the rides and the events showing up. One thing that needs pointing out, you'll find it if you're a member of the DCV forum on Facebook, which is where we all get the chat and a lot of stuff happens with the club. You'll see a sticky post at the top of the DCV forum which actually tells you that we have a separate Durham City Velo page on Facebook. The reason that we've got two different things, which is quite confusing, is that the page allows us to create events and invite everybody, whereas if we created events in the group, only the people that were in the group would see it. So hence we have the two different things. So if you haven't already found the Durham City Velo page on Facebook, have a look at the links or give me a shout and I'll send you a link to it. And if you just click like on that, you'll get notified anytime a new event's added to it. We do try and put a link to all the events within the forum as well. Also, another thing is if you sign up to the newsletter on the website, or you are a member, then you'll get email reminders on a Friday as well as to everything that's happening that week. One thing that was decided, and we're going to give a try, is to move the social meeting to 7:30 starts on a Monday night. The reason for this is that most people that go regularly are struggling a bit to get there for 7. So from next Monday, so that'll be the, if my maths is right, the 28th of November 2017, then we'll run it from 7:30 to 9 as opposed to 7 till 9. It just gives people a bit more time to get there at the beginning of the meeting. So another thing that's been discussed over the last few weeks, and again we covered it on Monday night, was club points. So at the moment, if you go to a club run, you get a point, and at the end of the year we will have a winner of the overall club run points championship. What we did think was that maybe to encourage and to reward people who are ride leaders, that ride leaders get 5 points instead of just 1. So every time you lead a ride, then you would get 5 points. Also, we thought about whether you got points for different things, whether you got points for double points if you wore club kit on a club run, so you get 2 points instead of just the 1 if you don't, and maybe for turning up for social meetings, turning up for the quizzes and things like that, and if you turn up for a monthly committee meeting, then you would get extra points for that as well. So just wanted to get your feeling as to what you thought we should be using points for. It's really just a way to encourage and reward people for taking part in the club, but suggestions as to how we could shape that. It won't affect this year's, but let's look at how we can shape that going into next year and look at what we could do with that. Another suggestion was that points could turn into discount on club kit. I'm quite supportive of that, but let's see what everybody thinks. Please comment, email, call, anything that you like, any way that you want to communicate, but please start communicating and letting us know. We did have a few bits of feedback from last week, but please increase that as much as we can do. Talking of points and things like that, I mentioned last week that we were going to have the AGM in 2018 in mid-February. One thing that we want to do is give out some trophies and some prizes and things like that. So the 2 traditional prizes that we've had before has been the most miles and the most miles, and what was the other thing? Oh, and the club run and the club points. So those are the 2 trophies that we've traditionally had. But can you think of anything else? Things were mentioned, like the most improved rider, the person who's done the most for the club, maybe the person who's had the best crash. So lots of things like that. So can you come up with suggestions as to what we could have prizes for? I think that not making it too narrow, like the fastest policeman that lives in DH1 may have been mentioned a few times by Steve Down, and maybe that's making it a bit narrow because that might be quite difficult to win by anybody else. Anyway, please come back at us with your suggestions and your ideas. Also, well, one thing that I really want to try and do, and we've done really well this year, is getting more ride leaders out there. Please come forward and volunteer to lead a ride, and those of you that are leading the rides, if you could let us know where you'd like the rides to be on at the beginning of the week, so we can actually get the events up and published and more people coming along. The sooner in the week that you can let us know, the better. Obviously the worst, well, the hardest time is to put it up on a Friday night, and people won't have had a chance to plan and see whether they want to come along. So if you're planning on doing a ride lead, then please then let us know as soon as you can do. So that's it for this week. Anything else on the list? No, ride leaders. So please get in touch. It's your club. Tell us what you want to do, and we'll do our damnedest to get it done. Please give us feedback. Let us know what's good, what's bad. Never mind a bit of criticism, because then we'll take that criticism and try and make things into a better. And please sign up again and get your membership sorted out. And we'll keep on doing these regular weekly updates, letting you know what's going on, and start doing the monthly meetings on the first Monday of each month. And really start getting things moving again and rekindling the events. So, thanks for watching.